welcome to another episode of a Sappy Renovation Garage Edition. We are the day after Christmas. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year soon to be. I hope everyone is well. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. It's very different. It was a very different holiday for us. What typically is a big old formal sit-down dinner with over 20 some members of my family. We scaled it way back, had a real simple but lovely open house where people came in at different times and it was not packed and crowded. And for my mom and I felt that it was good and safe, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time. So it was different, but still beautiful. Okay. So I thought, I said I was going to do a final reveal, and I hadn't done that. So I figured let me do that today and go from there. Talk it all through. Drum roll, please. Welcome to my studio, my space. We'll start on the outside. Happy day. So, if you recall from one of the several past episodes, I had gotten that flooring from Facebook Marketplace. I still have a bunch of it sitting there, and that with the whole purpose was that is what I wanted to clad the space in, and it came out okay. It's different. I think if the boards were a little thinner, it would have come out a little bit better, but they're thick boards, but it's okay. There are 3 different types here, and then up top I did just one kind up top there. I'll show you the other side, but the soffit with the lights, all fantastic. All the molding, the edging. This, I'll tell you this story. This was a mistake. I own it, but again, because really who's going to be in here but me and some of my family? Some friends. So I got the trim and I cut it incorrectly. So then I'm like, what the hell do I do? So then I ended up I had leftover trim from the doors, which you'll see, which is thicker, and I put that on the bottom and it kind of looks good. It's amazing how that happens. So what can I tell you on the outside? My Ethernet line, which I think I showed you before. We had it run in the garage here. It runs all the way around and down, in. This here is going to be mic jacks. I'll have 2 male, 2 female mic jacks that are coming in there. Okay, so let's go around this way. You can see this side is tough, but I brought the wood planking all the way up to the top. The door. Happy day. Here is the baffle box, and the fans are on. They're pulling air in, and this. Let me see if I can. Show you is what the baffle looks like. I originally had slats in here, if you recall the design, but when the guys came to do the install, they were like, I don't know that we need them. And they said, let's just loop this around because this is good. It will stay in place. So all I have to do now is cover it. But I just got tired and I didn't feel like doing it. Okay, into the studio we go. Open one door. Wait, I'll turn the lights on. It's tough doing this backwards. And into the space. Giddy up. Here's more of that flooring. My desk, you see the support legs that I created, if you recall. Miniature. If you see, I think I showed you these before. I put in USB outlets in here as well. All around. Sorry. Then we'll show so you can see the back here. All right, so the baffle box is outside here. It runs in, and this is the inlet. The air comes in here and goes out up here. and that goes to the exhaust. But yeah, so this is the space. Giddy up! We have our dimmable lights, like a dimmable, and I also got a little magic for here to give a little ambiance if I want. Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is still put another treatment panel up here. Possibly one on this side. I wanted to have, however, like a whiteboard and corkboard, so that if I'm working on a project, when I'm working on a project, I can keep notes for myself accessible there. The only thing I still need to get is some type of drawer unit for under here so that I don't have my computer on my dad's old ladder. And then they have actually for the Mac Mini, they have a mount, but I think I'm just going to get a rack that has drawers in it and stick it on top of that. Simple and sweet. Other than that, that's about it. Oh, I'll do the sound test for you so you can get this. So let's listen. I think you can hear the air, the air system, the unit going on, the heat. Okay. You barely hear anything. You hear faint drone of the hum of the motor, but really that's about it. One of the things I did notice was if I'm doing my spoken word narration work, it sounds amazing in here. It's when I start singing and recording that it's a little too bouncy and pings a little bit. So that's why I want to put those other pieces in, and we'll call it a day. So back out we go. The next thing to happen is going to be all outside here. I've got to take care of the electric and the insulation all on this side of the room. This area is going to be where the working space is. My desk, my table's going to stay here, and this is all going to be part of the gym area. Got to get to that, but I'm not doing anything in here for at least, I don't know. It's going to be a couple weeks. I need a break, and I need to get to work. My plan is to start sitting in that room every day for a couple hours auditioning or getting demos done, working out all the kinks. I need to re-EQ some stuff, and then I'm going to start thinking about renting it out to friends who may need a space to record their things. So what turned into what being just a space that I needed to record may turn into, a profitable, an income type of making place, revenue making. So we'll see. Anyhow, hey, I appreciate you all sticking with me, watching as I went along this journey. I might put up a couple tutorials on how I made the desk and the support legs. I made videos for that, but I'm not going to include that now. So this is all part one. A couple people have got to give a shout out to. Pardon me. People who gave me wood to help me out from the beginning. Mike Roche, Ann Pinto McCarney, my uncle Ray DiMarcello hooked me up with some 2x4s. They are in here. They are part of this build somewhere. So your handprint has been on it. Perfect degree for hooking me up with the air system and coming back in and helping to get the ventilation system set. They were amazing. And Gina, my girl Gina, who helped me with the window, couldn't have done that without her. And last but certainly not least, my buddy, my work husband, Dominic, who really took on more than he thought he was going to get himself into, building something he's never built before. But I could not have done this without his help, without his his genius, without his problem-solving skills. He came in, he helped me work on the structure itself. While I did everything else on top, he really guided me through it. And I think one of the biggest things that he helped me with is my own abilities. He was like, Chris, trust yourself. You can do more than you think you can do. And when you do put your mind to it and you start thinking differently and thinking about X, Y, and Z and the orders that they need to go in and how you have to build it, it can be done. So, yeah. Thank you, Dom. You were a big part of it. So, here we go. That's it. Next up, part 2 was the rest of the space. So, part 1 is complete. Thank you all for supporting me on this part of the journey. I hope you stick around and you'll see when part 2 takes place in a couple weeks. And we'll go from there. All right? I love you all. Thank you. And keep in tune with me. I'll keep in tune with you. Thanks for watching. A Sappy renovation garage edition. Part 1 is done. Part 2's coming up. See you later.